Good day to get ready for those storm impacts. Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins working around the clock on this situation, sir.
Yeah, we got to pay attention to this one. It looks like most of the highest winds and dangerous weather will stay offshore, but this could be one of the bigger storm surges that we have seen in decades. I don't remember seeing this much that's forecast now for if it were to happen in at least 15, 20 years. So we've got to keep a close eye on this, and let's talk all about that. Right now is the time to check on your neighbor. Make sure you got your plans ready to go, but check on them as well. Do they need anything? What can you help with? That type of thing. Make sure everybody kind of understands the drill. A lot of new folks moving to town. They're not understanding what goes on with hurricanes. They're learning this year. Here's the track. Right now it has 45-mile-per-hour winds. By tomorrow evening, it has 90-mile-per-hour winds. It will double. 1:15 by Thursday morning. There's Tampa, so it's southwest of Tampa, and then there's landfall. Looks like around sunset on Thursday up towards Perry. Now, it could come a little bit further to the right. It could go a little bit to the left, right? But that cone that you see there, what this is the center can go anywhere inside of that. That has nothing to do with the weather. It's the center location of the storm, and the meteorologists at the Hurricane Center go back and look at their forecast error over the last 5 years, and they do a calculation to figure out how wide this should be. That means over the last 5 years, they've had mistakes where it's gone outside or to the edge of that cone at least. After it makes landfall Thursday night, it moves up to the north and the west, and it weakens, but it'll be a big rainmaker as it moves across the eastern half of the United States, or at least the southeast. Now, here are those storm surge numbers again. 3 to 5 for Fort Myers, 2 to 4 for Marco Island and points southward. 5 to 8 in the Tampa Bay area. That includes in downtown Tampa, in Oldsmar, Hillsborough, Tampa Road, right there east of Racetrack Road. That would likely go underwater if we get this. This is not set in stone, but that is the forecast right now from the National Hurricane Center. Because the center is closer up here, right, because it's coming something like this, we have more surge, Pasco, Hernando, and Citrus. Pasco, Hernando, 6 to 10 foot, 10 to 15 possible when you get up towards Crystal River. And of course, that's where we're going to see the highest. Will generally be right over where the center goes on. But Crystal River, I mean, 10 foot's not out of the question for you. And that is a lot of water. So we will be watching that very, very closely over the next several days. Now, the timing for that, 2 o'clock Thursday afternoon through the evening hours. That's when I think the water really start to come up. This is tomorrow at 10 p.m. We're starting to really see some rain bands come through. But the center is way down to the south of that. It'll be breezy tomorrow late. That's 7 a.m. on Thursday. Look where the center is. It's west of Key West at that point. So Thursday's not terrible, but it will get breezy, and there will be rain bands. And those outer rain bands could actually have a tornado. Now, here's the deal. Hurricanes that are getting stronger consolidate their energy and their rain around the center. That's what the forecast model is saying. If that happens, we're not going to get a ton of rain. We're not going to get a Debbie situation. We could, I'm thinking 3 to 5 inches of rainfall, and some spots a little bit heavier than that, but the majority would be out here because it's consolidating as it's strengthening. The problem with that is it's blowing a lot of wind, and that's the wind that's going to blow the storm surge on. That will happen in the afternoon and evening on Thursday. Schools are out Wednesday and Thursday, Hillsborough County so far, right? They use the schools as evacuation centers, as shelters. This is 11 o'clock on Thursday night. Parents, grandparents, they're not going to have school on Friday either, if that is the case. Right now, they've only done Wednesday and Thursday. We'll let you know. But weather-wise, I don't see them pulling people out of the shelters late Thursday night at this point because the water will still be high. After midnight, it will start to go back down. So here we are. Wednesday night through Friday morning. That is the time frame. Thursday will be the most impact that we get from this. Storm surge, the Tampa Bay area, 5 to 8 foot. Flooding, 2 to 4 inches, could get a little bit more than that. Like I said, 3 to 5 inches in some of the higher numbers. Damaging winds, 45 to 55 miles per hour. There'll be some higher gusts, and the highest numbers will be right along the coast. The further inland you go, you're not going to get as much wind. It will be breezy for sure. And then know your zone. We will have a storm surge watch in effect right now. That'll likely go to a warning by 5 o'clock this afternoon. They will start evacuations when that happens. They might even start a little bit sooner. Know where you live. Check your electrical bill. Usually tells you on there. The winds, you can see the highest will stay offshore. We are not looking for, when you see 115 on, that's how fast the winds are with the hurricane, right? They're going to be out here. They're not going to be over here, but they will be wherever it makes landfall. And so those folks closest to that will have to watch it. Now, the rest of this afternoon, we're going to get a 20 to 30% chance for a shower, especially after 4 o'clock through about 7 p.m. Tomorrow, the first half of the day is great. It's in the evening hours that we have the showers. We get breezy. Thursday, especially Thursday afternoon into the evening hours, is the prime time for the storm to go by. And then things will be getting better during the day on Friday.